Hey, are you looking for free telephone service? You looking for the ability to make free telephone calls online? I'm going to discuss this website that I found, globphone.com, globfone.com, phonetically pronounced the same, spelled differently. Now, also, maybe you're a college student with $100,000 debt, student loan debt, and oh, well, you can't afford telephone calls. Maybe you have terrible credit, declining credit, can't obtain landline telephone service. Maybe you have no credit. Maybe you just don't care and don't want to spend money on telephone calls, whatever your reason. I found this website, glopone.com, and if you're patient, I will demonstrate. I'll try to demonstrate and place a free telephone call. All you need is a web browser. I ran into a predicament. I'm not going to go into that story, you know what I'm saying, but I ran into a predicament where I didn't have access to my normal telephone. And I rarely make telephone calls, but in this day and age with the paranoia and the security, you almost have to have access to a telephone to receive SMS text messages, or, you know, a phone to receive codes for websites and applications and ad nauseam ad infinitum. So I lost access, but I still needed to contact a financial company, investment company, very well known, large, you know what I'm saying? Not to go off into that. So that's why I found this website. I searched online to see if there were any free phone calling. Now there is another company, what is it? Text to Talk, whatever. There are other companies, but a lot of them you have to sign up for an account or you have to install a smartphone application. This company, Globphone, does not require an account anymore. I think at one time they may have, they no longer. And that's all you need is a computer with a web browser, even a smartphone, although I haven't tested on a smartphone. And I have tested multiple calls using this website. Speaking of testing, I'm going to now try to perform a call, demonstrate. I don't know if you have to enter a name, I'll just put that there. And then you click next, and then it'll ask you for the telephone number. It says call phone free calling, and then you have to choose your country where you're located. Well, I don't even know that, but I tested it with that. I don't know if you have to select the country that you're located in. You may have to. And then I'm going to type in this phone number. It's actually a weather line that's been available for decades. And then hopefully this will work. It may not, because the software I'm using to record this video may conflict with the web browser. And then all you would need is a microphone. That's very important. You would need obviously a microphone, you know, so that it will record your audio, and then speakers so that you can hear. I'm going to press on call, and it's initializing. It's starting the VoIP engine. Okay, now it's going to prompt you for your web browser. So you want to choose allow for both. Oh, it just said permission. Okay. Allow. It's ringing.
Welcome to the Weatherline Forecast Service, sponsored by the Denver Post.
So this is just a weather service.
Deliver the Denver Post and enjoy the benefits of an early morning.
Okay, so I just wanted to just quickly demonstrate how easy it was. I don't know if you have to enter a name, but now you notice the timer. I could go, let's see. Oh, it just says thank you. Let me go back, and you are limited. I could click on this. I'm not going to demonstrate again. But did you notice there was a timer? Every time I place a call, which I've had 3 successful calls now, and one I was on the phone for at least 10 minutes and it was a very important telephone call with a financial investment company. And there was an old account. I wanted to open up an account with them, and I signed up recently. However, I told you I had that emergency where I didn't have access to my normal telephone number that I've had for like decades, or you know what I mean? So I was searching on the internet. I found this website and this company. Now I think they're able to provide free calls from advertisements. You're limited to 15 minutes. Now I haven't tried it. I haven't made more than 1 call per day. But if you scroll down here, it stipulates that you are limited by your IP address, which stands for Internet Protocol, calls and their duration is limited for an internet protocol address. Now, after that limit has been exceeded, you can only place another call when the next 24 hours begin. So it looks like you're limited for 24 hours. I'm not sure if you're allowed to make multiple calls, 15 minutes each. I'm not sure, but I know I was on the phone for at least 10 minutes. Oh, the call quality is really good, actually. The reason why is when I called that financial investment company, it was creepy, but what they did is that once I got to a customer service representative, or before that, they played back my voice. I don't know why they did that, it was creepy. But they recorded my voice and they played it back during that call, and it sounded just fine. And when I could hear the agent just fine, and they could hear me, they never complained about the call quality. They didn't complain how it was echoing or dropping or, cutting out, nothing. So the call quality so far has been really good. And during my demonstration, you should be able to, the condenser mic should have picked up that audio because the computer's right next to it. You could clearly hear that it was a weather line. You know what I'm saying? Now you can make free telephone calls to the United States of America, India, United Kingdom, and other countries, to mobiles and landlines for free. And the financial investment company that I called, it was a 1-800 number, and it dialed through. And now that will be a local number, and normally you'd have to pay long distance unless you got unlimited or whatever, right? So this was all just through the web browser. No login, no account, no software, nothing, and it works. Okay, what else did they mention? Okay. Yeah, it's real easy. I just demonstrated for you. It's a web phone. It supports Java engine. It also supports the web real-time communications, I believe what that acronym stands for, and even Flash, which is older. Some older browsers. They claim that all you need is a web browser. I didn't test it on a smartphone, but most modern smartphones you can open up the web browser. It should work because the smartphone's going to have a microphone and it will have speakers. So it should work, but I actually did not test that, so I'm not 100% certain. Now they say you can call mobile numbers and plain old telephone system numbers, and I call it a 1-800 number. So just any number that is connected to the telephone networks. Okay. Yeah, just a Weber. Oh, permission. Yep, that's important. You just have to make sure that you approve the permission. You just approve, and then it allows the web browser to gain access to your microphone and speaker. Audio devices, yep. But if you have like Bluetooth or connected speakers or connected microphone with the 3.5 millimeter jack, you might have to just make sure those are enabled. But as long as your web browser can access them, it'll just prompt you, and that's all you have to do is just approve. Yeah, you can call, phone, use country list. Yeah. So I think you probably have to choose the countries that you're located from to make local calls, but I'm not 100% sure. I didn't test that. I just chose the country I'm located in. And then you just go back to the home screen. Again, I don't know how many calls you can make per day. Probably, they're not going to let you make telephone calls all day. And they don't want you on the telephone call for a conference call. That's why they limit to 15. Hey, but if you need access to telephone and make maybe, I don't know about emergency calls, I'm not sure, but calls that might be kind of emergency, but not emergency where you call 911. You just have to have access. Maybe you're traveling, or maybe you want to save money, or maybe you have no money in this rate capitalistic system. So you can check out globphone.com. Now, I'm not sure if this, how long this service will be available. It could just disappear at any time, but for now it works. They also have video chat, file sharing, send text, and some of those might be free as well. I think you might be able to send text for free, I'm not sure. Adios!